Hello, chaotic bystanders, and welcome back to another episode of Total Party Chaos. I'm your Keeper of Chaos, Billy, and on tonight's episode, I am here with Haley as Flair, JC as Marlon, and
I'm both.
Nat as Hilder. I'm sorry, I have the wrong things written down originally, so I have to reread that every time. This is episode 20, chapter 9. Of the Phantom Kingdom arc. Before we dive right in, I'd like to thank our sponsors, GameStop. Power to the players, Chief. Save money off your next goddamn order. I'm so sorry about the swearing. Save money off of your next order by going to their fantastic website and possibly linked in the chat once that gets up there. If not, go to our Discord because we always broadcast them as partners in our partners tab. But you can save a ton of money by signing up for one of their fantastic pro memberships. And insider knowledge, because I definitely never worked with them, you can save a lot of money by not only signing up as a pro member, but using the $5 coupons that come with it. And by clicking on the link that we provide, you save a little bit of extra money by using one of the awesome deals that you get by clicking the link that we have. And we get recognition for it. So you tell GameStop, hey, that one manager that ran one of your stores a long time ago, he has a great team of people that do great things now. So that's not weird at all. So tell them that. Not at all.
Not at
But, but, before we get any further, I would love to pass it over for the recap. Marlon, take us away, my friend.
Well, when we, last were being shown to you all, we stepped through the portal and, we found Queen Rowan. She was older, not what Elias had told us, and she was very angry. She wanted everyone to suffer as she had, and so we have to stop her. We were then put out onto, still the ethereal plane, as we very quickly found out, but the ethereal plane that was also the city. The spirit dragon had been devouring city blocks, and as a result, it was being transported into the ethereal world. I heard something, or someone, and it was Flair. Against my better judgment, I went to it, and I saw her dying. Unbeknownst to me, Flair and Hilda were cut off as I ran ahead, leaving them with no path to find me. They were then reapproached by the Queen, giving a version of Marlon that was broken. Hilda and Flair did not believe that this was the real Marlon, and so cast him aside and demanded that I be returned. They continued through the ethereal plane, where Flair found issues. We all went through our personal hells, I think is the best way to say it. Flair finding a Marlon that no longer believed in her or herself, and Hilder finding her beloved, who not only did not no longer care for her, but never seemed to in the first place. There was much to pick out for the discerning eyes of what was wrong with the world, things that didn't match in memory, and rocks that hid the ethereal abyss. But it feels very real. Currently, all three of us are still in our personal hells, and we have to find out do we get out?
That was like the most beautiful recap I've ever heard.
That was great. Wow.
Cheers.
That was phenomenal.
This is why we nominate you.
This is why you guys always. At least you said please.
You're muted, Billy.
You're
by the way.
muted, Billy. I'll keep narrating.
Well, for one of the almost final times. Ready your malts. Top off your steed milks. It's time for another total party chaos. Motherfucking transition.
Chaos!
Alrighty. Picking back up after last time. I'm gonna flip a coin. We're gonna see who we're picking up off.
Oh, God.
Hilder and Blair. Hilder, you're running to the edge of what seems to be a fading world. The last time you had that moment with Penelope, and you dashed away after your feelings overcame you. The moment was intense. It was hard to bear. Now, you are running and running and running, and the world is starting to get kind of white, like it's getting translucent almost. The further you go, Hilder, you're running behind her, trying to catch up, and as you also get finger guns, Hilder.
Flare?
Wait.
Haley?
Flare? Who's running?
Flare
and who's...
slash
Yeah,
Haley?
No, I'm
following.
Yes, Flare, you are running behind Hilder as
Okay.
Hilder is dashing ahead, and Hilder, you also have finger guns by Erica. Thank you, Erica. You're great. We love you.
Erica!
We're
Stop
very
watching
excited.
this! Play Diablo! Do your thing.
As you are booking it forward, Flare, you are running right behind her. As you also, Flare, you're seeing the backs of these like rocks and buildings are undetailed. They're starting to kind of fade away the further you go. The scene is yours.
Where are we? How...
I don't.
This isn't real. It can't be. We're at the edge, I
Yeah.
think.
I can't. Does it just look white as we look ahead, and then it looks more detailed if you turn behind us? Is that
It does. It
how
looks.
it's looking?
The further that you're going, the more it's starting to look unfinished. Like you're seeing fade, like rocks that look very detailed on the side that you came from, and then on the back side of it, it looks like almost like what like a dream would look like. It just looks kind of like uncolored and unfinished. But
We.
you're starting to slow too a bit. You just notice yourselves getting a little bit
It's like
slower the
hiding.
further you go.
Do we keep going? Trying to get out? Or
Yeah, there's nothing for me here. She will regret this. She loves me. She will if
whatever happened in here isn't real. Hilda, don't worry. It's not real. It's a dream. You can see. And I'm gonna keep trying to run forward.
The further you're going, Hilder, as Flare starts kind of going more forward, you start like you're looking at your hands and like you're like not like noticeably, but like the more you're kind of like moving as well, you're starting to notice like you're starting to like you can see through your hand at this point and see flare on the other side. Like you're getting less the further that flare is going.
This is weird. Flare, something's wrong.
I stop and I turn back. What?
I'm
Jump
disappear-
backwards. Swim through the air back to Hilda. Can I see that she's getting see-through?
She's looking like you've seen her like touch walls and stuff and like kind of do a few things that you'd see somebody that would be like ethereal do, but she like you can kind of see the landscape that you all left earlier, kind of like almost like lightly, like slightly through Hilda right now.
Let's get back closer then. That's not.
I'm
that's not
gonna
the way
take
out.
some steps back and see if I materialize a little bit more.
You take steps back and nope, you still are
Nothing.
ethereal. Lightly, not fully, but
It doesn't get better, but well, at least it doesn't get worse.
We have to get out of here. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to matter anyways. But we can try to get out. Let's
Well,
keep going.
You're going to disappear.
I'm already dead.
Mm.
I just don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't want to become one of those spectral things after this. That's what I'm worried about the most.
And you just wait
I
here.
don't want to
and
hurt
I'll-
you.
You're
Ellen.
not going to hurt me. No.
If I become one of those spectral things, I don't know. Doesn't that mean Rowan has...
Then it's not you
More-
anymore, is it?
That scares
Because
me.
You wouldn't hurt me.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Do we need to kill Rowan then?
I think we need to kill her either way, whether I turn into a spectral or not. This is not fair to Valenbrook or you or Marlon. Anyone.
Well,
Which I know you can hear us right now, so just be prepared to die, you old wrinkly hag. She could probably hear us, right?
yeah. Oh, I can't do this without you, so you can't go further, otherwise you will disappear.
It doesn't seem to make a difference.
Did
Forward
it
or
get
backward.
worse? Going forward, though?
I'm
back
gonna take a
toward
few steps forward.
Like, as in moving
No, towards-
towards where the nothing is? Does it get worse again? Or is she just translucent full stop and that she just is that now?
you are you taking a few steps forward towards the nothingness?
Yeah.
You notice as Hilder starts getting a little bit more transparent as like you take another step forward.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
getting worse
gosh.
if you go towards the edges.
I'm gonna take a few steps back, like back onto the grass.
Take a few steps back and you're still the same amount of transparent.
Can you still grab onto your
Okay,
weapons
so-
and stuff?
I'm gonna try to like pull out any of my gear.
Your gear, as you like pull your sword out and your shield out, they're as transparent as you are right now. And the strange thing is like it's no, I'm sorry. I take that back. Yeah, they're just as transparent. I apologize. I misspoke.
Hit me with your sword.
Okay. I'm gonna use the flat edge of the blade and just try to like whap her on the arm.
I'd say at the current state it's in, flare, like it kind of like hits like where Hilder stops the blade after like they hit it. You don't really feel like it almost feels like a feather hitting you. Like it feels so light to the touch.
Oh. That didn't hurt at all.
Want to try something? I mean, okay. You can come with me or you can stay here, but I'm going to go try something. I'm gonna turn around and take off back towards Penelope. Where Penelope was at.
I'm gonna follow.
Both of you start making your way back through the vines and the greenery, back towards the ruins where Penelope was standing. You both, the pathway is easy. You both make your way directly back to where you were standing when you first confronted Penelope. Still standing in that basking sunlight on top of the ruins is Penelope, staring off towards that sunlight. She's quiet, doesn't say anything, doesn't acknowledge your presence as you all make your move up.
I'm gonna stop and look at Flare. Just be like, I wonder if this works on the illusions here. So, if I can't have her, no one can. I'm gonna go and run off and try to, like, slash through Penelope.
You make, so she is on a second level of ruins. I'm gonna say that
Can I grab
do, like,
Hilda
a
and toss her up?
Heroic jumper, yeah.
Yeah, I put my
Leap
back
off a
against it and I
flare.
leap you, and I heave you up onto the second floor.
Just yeet me, yeah, yeah.
If you want me to roll, I will.
No, I love the beauty of this scene. You like get under her and give her that boost that she needs and throw her up on top. As Hilda, you stance and then balance yourself with your arms. As you kind of land on that second story, you start running up with your sword to make that slash through Penelope. Before you fully get there, Penelope turns and you see the radiant beauty of the person that you once and still adore, as her very vibrant green eyes kind of turn towards you with the sun like it's a dream moment, as the sun is just like reflecting off her radiant skin, and her little snake hair, because I can't, for lack of a better word, wrapped around her shoulders, kind of just dangling down, and you see her as she locks eyes with you before you make that slash. And you run forward. Are you continuing just going right through with it?
Yeah.
You raise your sword to make that slash, and as you do, you hear, "No, no, 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 no." You bring the sword down right through Penelope, and the mirage fades of Penelope, and you see two clouds kind of simmer and disperse. As you do that, you see the detailed ruins and the greenery around you start to shake and melt and change. You hear Rowan's voice yelling out, just going, "Impossible! No, 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 that will not do! No, 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 no!" And her voice seems to fade out of the spot that you're in right now, as you see it kind of settle. And the world that you're in resembles what seems to be like, it kind of fades from the atmosphere that it once had into like the same background of the ethereal plane that you were in. These beautiful bright blue stars that are kind of blinked all around, and a worn down cobblestone slate that you seem to be on. As it kind of lands and the both of you land on that cobblestone slate and everything seems to melt, you notice ahead of you is what seems to be like a fully blacked out, like kind of like a circle that goes all the way around and up, kind of looking like the same wall that blocked you off from Marlin when Marlin went a little bit ahead. But you can clearly see that like spherical area, and nothing is in your way anymore. The city is faded, the greenery is faded. It is just you on this cobblestone path, the stars around you, and that blacked out area.
Try a sword on this.
Try my sword. Should I
I'm
just
not-
slash through, or
See if you can. It worked on the illusion. It might work on this wall.
okay? Okay.
Marlin's in there.
Do you think he's still behind it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like, if I could rage, I would rage. I'm gonna like get all bristled, and then just start slashing at the wall because I'm still like so angry and emotional from like what I just did.
Hilder, you bottle that energy up that you directed directly towards Penelope. You run with your sword drawn and slash down into that black abyss. Before we detail that, Marlin, we are gonna pan back over to you as Marlin. Let me change this atmosphere for just a moment. We'll go with this. No, that's not good. Momentary. So sorry. Nope. All right, one more. Jesus criminy. Okay,
He was expecting us to fight really quickly.
background music. I apologize. One more second. These are awfully named. I name these. These are really bad named. This will. Nope. That'll do. All right. I'm gonna paint the scene. You left off where you were standing above a war-torn Blair. You don't know exactly what was going on, but you know Flair detailed that you left her. She was laying in the streets holding what seemed to be like a wound from something. And the city around you looks like a disheveled Valenbrook.
Mm-hmm.
You are still directly above Flair as Flair has kind of turned her head away from you, kind of looking off towards the inner of the city. The streets are empty. It is just you and her right now.
I had already kneeled down next to her, and she had rejected any help from me. This had already happened before.
Yep.
And very simple, I think, what he's doing. He has worked so hard over this apocalyptic event that has consumed the land, working with the guild. But he had always had the doubt that it was going to happen again, and the people that he worked with, the people that he cared about, would die. Hilder, Whitaker's gone, and finally, and now in his mind cemented inevitably, Flair is lying in front of him. If someone, perhaps a queen, was watching him, he doesn't say anything else after Flair remarks that he's no longer needed nor wanted. It's quiet acceptance. Still kneeling in front of her body, the slow and somber sound of wings coming out of his back, his angelic wings. While the light is brilliant, he's not using it to fly or escape. I think he'd just use it simply as a curtain. One kind of last attempt to shield his best friend from seeing the death of the world around her. He just makes a makeshift cocoon around her.
Blair lets out what seems to be like a bloodied cough, and she just. I told you to leave me be.
I'm sorry for disappointing you again, but I can't do that. I will be here for you. I promised.
You-
I'm so sorry that I wasn't enough.
Save your sorries for the rest of you. Save it for
There is
Whitaker.
no one else.
Save it for Elias. Save it for any of the people that you've also let down. As more blood kind of covers her hand.
There is nothing else after you.
You see as the light is starting to dim in Flair's eyes as she's laying in front of you, and she looks at you and says, "Can you please step away so I can be alone in my final moments?"
I made a promise to you. I am so sorry. This is not what you wanted. I know it's not. But I remember promising you I would be here. And if I'm here in your final moments, I will be as quiet as death itself. And I will keep you alive as long as I can. But I'm sorry, it is not what you wish. But I am still here. I will always be here.
She reaches in like inwards, and you see her pull out what seems to be like a little scrawled familiar piece of parchment, but it's like real crinkled and smashed up in her hand, as it's even bloodstained from the wounds that she's received, and she hands it to you.
With her willingly touching me, I will try to use my natural divine abilities to heal her.
As you go to do that, she looks at you and says, "Keep your bloody heels to yourself. I want nothing more from you. Let me down once. I do not need you to let me down once more. I don't want to be in your sight. Take this and let's be done."
I'll take this. You, no matter how much you hate me, I'm not leaving.
Light starts to fade, and she is shaking as she's handing you this piece of parchment. Do you take the parchment?
Blair's eyes show nothing but disgust as she's handing me this, correct?
Mhm. It seems familiar to you, though.
I grab the parchment and as I do, I'll whisper to her, "There's one final promise that you wanted from me." And without looking at the paper, just holding it to my side, I will slowly stand up and the wings unfurl. The tears coming down my face, lighting the sides of my cheeks. You deserved better, but you were the best. And I call lightning on her body as her wish to me when we met.
You watch as you stand in the lightning. You see what seems to be a storm cloud appear above Blair as it seems to be like almost charging. You see the lightning kind of like trickling off the different storm clouds above as you hear like a loud crack as the lightning comes down and just illuminates Flare one last time as you see the life escape Flare. And Flare's war-torn body goes limp. You see as her head turns and her eyes shut slightly. Man, she looks... While she's looked disgusted the entire time, she looks at peace the moment. You see the lightning hit her and a slight little smile, the same one that you assume Flare would give off, knowing that this would be her end. She rests in front of you.
I think I slowly sink back to my knees. And it's just a gut sob. Deep, racking, quiet sobs. As my wings wrap me in a hug that I don't deserve.
Marlon, while you're laying down, you hear, I could bring them back, you know. Both of them.
Go away.
They're not gone. Death is a temporary state.
You are gone and you're responsible.
No. Your future actions, Marlon, are responsible. This is on your hands. I am just a spectator in what you've done.
Always hated politicians. Your fucking slimy back speech. You daft, fucking feeling people.
Lash out. Lash out is the way you would after experiencing something so callous and cold and empty.
She's back. She'll be back through her own devices, not through some corruption. You bitch.
Do you think what the legend of the Chaos Crew transcends death? Have you met the rest of your party? Whitaker and Dahlia? I do recall if that was her name. They've transcended death, correct? They're back by your side?
Not the Chaos crew. Blair.
Hmm.
You bitch. Leave me alone.
Then I guess I will let Flair's soul go to the afterlife.
Don't let anything happen. She does what she wants.
Good luck with your predicament, Marlon. Well, I think for your personal hell, I'll send mirages of your friends to greet you. And you can deal with the personal hell that I'm going to put you through. Good luck.
Oh.
Hilder, back to your side. As you bring that sword down on the darkness, so a little archway opens, and you see what seems to be Valenbrook beyond the walls.
I'm gonna look at Fleur. Do you think this is real?
Yeah. Let's go.
Like real? Do you think Marlon is through there, or do you think we'll go back?
Marlon's
Like-
through there. I don't think we're gonna
Oh,
get back.
okay. Let's go get Marlon then. We gotta find a way out of here. We can't keep doing this.
Yep.
I'm gonna step through.
Both of you step through, and you feel the air hit you like you're back in the city of Valenbrook. The same smells, slightly sewage, and city, metropolis. In worse for wears, the city is a little bit more battered, and you see as like buildings are kind of not in the greatest of shape. A lot of arrows like chinking off the side of the building, and little caveats and like scrapes and stuff along the city walls, and you're making your way through what seems to be the center of the city, the ramparts, as you bring yourselves. Are you going forward, or where? Just
Yeah, I would just be going forward and. Is there people around, or is it empty?
it seems eerily empty. Like the city's.
Then I'm yelling Marlon.
Marlon, where you're at, you see as Flair's body seems to just like melt and kind of just like dissipate on the ground. And you start hearing Flair's voice start yelling Marlon through the streets.
I think I go from the kneeling position on the ground to leaning forward and pressing my forehead against the cobblestone, and his eyes just twist into this feeling of I don't know if I can do this again. And does he still have the paper? Do I still have the paper in my hand?
You do have the paper in your hand.
I think his eyes kind of open back up, and he runs to it, and the paper flies out of his hand.
You run towards the voice as the paper lays on the ground behind you. Flair, you're yelling Marlon, and Marlon, you are running through the streets. Hilder, you are right behind Flair. As you all you get to one very long street. As Flare, you get to it, and it's a familiar street in the ramparts, but you can't exactly place it. You step onto the street as you're kind of going through different crossways, and down that street is a familiar Asmar who is standing at the other end, running at full speed towards the sound of your voice.
Flare is down on all fours, and she is running towards Marlin. And when she gets to him, she doesn't care if he lets him or not. She's gonna pick him up and like spin him around in like a big hug, squeeze his little guts out.
I think up until this moment, his eyes and wings had still been like bright white light, and you spin him around, and as soon as you finish that spin, the eyes go back to the green, the wings pull in, and not as heartily as you are able to, but he squeezes you right back.
You real? You there? And like Flare like grabs your face in her big hand, and she's just like,
I really hope so.
Good.
Good.
Oh god, I had to deal with a
What
nightmare
happened to
version of
you?
and it was awful.
Where were you?
I had to kill you.
What was it
That
like?
sucks.
You hated me.
That's how I knew that this place wasn't real, because your version didn't really like me either.
I made a promise, though.
Did you keep it? Well, I mean, you said you did, but did you really?
I keep my promises.
I just wanted to die by lightning.
I still don't get that. It doesn't
Maybe
matter.
one day you will. Thank you.
Thanks for coming back.
I don't know how we're gonna get out of here, and anytime we get closer to the edges, Hilda here, and I kind of like gesture to the slowly invisible person, slightly invisible person.
I'm here. Still. I'll probably disappear at some point, but I'm here. I'm glad you're okay. This is stupid.
I wholeheartedly agree. Claire, do you... I want to make sure, because I know all the posturing we did of, you know what this paper is. I want to make sure that I'm not a stupid man. That... I feel like I'm reaching way too far back. Could you let... Because if I know what the paper is, can you just tell me, and so I don't seem stupid?
You want to go back and see the paper?
No.
You're 3 down.
You said Flare handed me a piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and then I knew what it was.
I said it looked familiar, but you never looked at it. You just let it.
But did it? If it looks like something, that means it looked like something that I've seen before.
It does, yeah. Roll me, and
History, right?
roll me a history
assuming
check at disadvantage.
I was assuming it was something else. I have a feeling. I have a very bad feeling that Jacob was thinking it was something, and then it's actually something else, and I'm a dummy. Oh, that's really good, actually. Disadvantage. That's even better. So just the really good one. 19.
You don't remember the paper.
Sick.
You DC 20. You never looked at it.
No, what made it familiar? That's what I'm asking.
It just seems like something you've seen a couple times. I would say probably more than the rest of.
Okay, so it's
I'll end it
not the
there.
piece of paper that Flare has on her from pretty much as soon as we got the guild. It's not that one.
You don't know that.
Oh, fuck.
What piece of paper does Flair have?
The guild deed.
Oh.
I'm
Do I still
dumb.
have the guild deed on me right now?
You
I check
should
my
have.
pockets?
Well, you lost it.
Where?
I don't know. Remember, you were in an explosion in between. Then several explosions actually in
That's
between when
true.
we got the guild and now.
I'm still in the same outfit though.
Yeah, paper doesn't
Leather's
survive
sturdy.
explosions and water too well though.
Can I check my pockets in my leather apron? Do I have any?
Flair, you start checking your pockets. You in the front pouch of your apron, folded up under what seems to be kind of like a tattered napkin, probably like a snack at some point. You pull out what seems to be like a folded, creased up piece of old parchment. As you pull it out,
Open it up.
Marlin, it looks familiar to the parchment that was handed to you. It looks very familiar. It looks almost the same, but the one that Flair was handing you was bloody.
May I?
Yeah. Here.
I'll open it up. Is it the? It's not the deed, is it?
You open it, and it says guild registration. You are hereby certified as, and then in a hastily scribbled elvish handwriting, it is fancy text that says Chaos Group. And at the bottom, there are 4 signatures. The first being Dahlia, who was hasty to scribble her name on the paper. The second was Flair, who was excited to be a guild. I went back and watched all this shit. I know I'm fucking.
God.
I know where I'm at with this. The third was Whitaker, who said, "Oh, what the hell?" And then there was Marlin, who wanted to follow Flair, but Whitaker cut him off. So there's 4 names on it.
You handed me this right before.
Can I look?
Of course.
I grab the bit of paper and I look it over and I'm like, oh. It looks like there's someone missing. Let's fix that up real quick. And Hilda, do you have a pen?
I don't know if Hilda can
No.
hold my pen.
I don't know. Damn it.
I also don't know how to write, so someone else should
You
probably
can
do
make
it
an
anyways.
X in the paper. It's okay. We'll know.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna write Hilda. And then I try and give her the pen for a second so she can at least cross it. And if it doesn't work, then I like prop it on a stone in the air and I just put the paper over the top of it. I'm like,
Hilder follows through, but Flair does like grab the pen and like gesture for you to like make this little X to cross it through.
That's
As
so cute.
on the original guild registration form, you are officially one of the founding members of the Chaos Group.
perfect.
Stop! That's adorable.
Fixed it.
So cute.
You deserve to be there just as much as any of us.
Mm-hmm.
Better late than never, I guess. I love being in this place with you guys. Not this place, but like in the guild with you guys. It still
Anywhere with you
sucks,
guys is-
but it's better with you two.
Mhm.
No, I'm mostly sure that I am no longer in an illusion, but if this is the next phase of pain that she said I would go through, this is a really bad one. She's not very good at this.
Yeah. I mean, it's going good.
Marlon, you
None of us. Yeah, I was just going to say none of us are really good at this, Marlon. You're not alone.
as your friends are talking, Marlon, you're the only one that hears this part. But you hear, how does it feel to have a taste of having them back. To feel okay, does it make feelings that everything's fine trickle back?
Barely real. Shut up. Stop it.
It's pathetic that you cling on to the mirages of your friends that you once let down.
It's no longer sad me knowing what you're doing. Aggravating that someone can be so foul-minded to inflict their pain upon others instead of trying to get out of their situation.
You
I'm no
wanna
longer sad for you.
know what it was like for the real Flair to die? The one that you left moments ago. Being alone and being broken by somebody who makes these fake promises and then flees from them after. How does that feel? How's that? You're so confident in the situation right now that you confidently roamed away from the corpse of the friend that was once your companion.
You took that corpse away.
Just as I can take these ones away.
And you hide and cower behind your illusions, and you think that you're going to scare me with pain? The entire reason why I'm alive is because of pain, and you think that inflicting yours upon me is going to make it worse? Stop the illusions. Come on. You're a queen, stop hiding behind your castle.
I just like watching the remnants of somebody that once was hold on to something that they can't have.
It's the best part. I never had anything.
The rest of you hear Marlon talking out loud to something that you don't hear.
I give Marlon's hand a big squeeze, and I just say, whatever's in there isn't real. I'm right here. We're right here. Hilda's.
We don't blame you for going crazy either. This is kind of driving us all nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. She's somewhere.
Should we go to the most detailed point of the map? Maybe that's where she is? Or do you think that she's outside the bubble?
I think we might be in this illusion.
Yeah, but where does she have to be casting it, right? If it gets weaker along the edges, and
She's
that's
in the
where...
center.
Yeah, right?
You're right.
Should we try?
Okay. Yeah, we can try it. Is there still like a wall around the center? I know there was a wall between us and...
No, we cut through that wall and we're inside it now.
Now we're on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we climb up one of the buildings again and see if we can find the center? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I did discard her one gift to me of the bloody guild deed. If you think that you can get anything out of that, I can lead you back to it, but I didn't want any part of her, to be honest.
I could see if it's still there, but, you know, it might not be best if we pick it up again. Like you said, I don't want any part of her.
Well, at least it's a direction to start in.
Yeah. Let's climb up and see where that is and see if it's gets like more detailed or less detailed.
Marlon, don't fall off the building again. Try to stay up there if you
I'm
can.
good at not falling off. When did I fall off a building?
I don't know. I guess we'll see about that.
That was in
You
our...
fell off earlier.
That was in our nightmare, I think.
That wasn't you. Don't
No,
fall off any buildings. It doesn't end well.
No.
Okay.
Hilda, I threw him off.
Flair, try not to throw him off, and Marlon, don't fall off. Goodness.
You know,
Who even are you two?
I think I don't think it's an issue. I think if nothing else, if feelings are had about that, thoughts are had, I think we're good at calling it even at where we're standing. Thrown off a building, struck down with electricity. I think we're good at the moment. We'll try to even things out when we're out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that sounds good.
You're going to try to climb up the nearest building. Okay. Roll me. Whoever's trying to climb it right now. Roll me in either acrobatics or athletics to try to pull yourself up.
Dirty
Six.
20.
6 and a 20. Okay. Marlon, are you trying as well?
Yeah. I was seeing if I had any tricks in my robe that I barely use, but can't find it right now.
I carry them both by the scruff of their neck in my teeth.
Like little baby kittens, just pull them
Yes,
right up.
like little baby kittens.
12.
Flair, you almost like you are just like climbing up this building like it is just ground, like it is just immediately super easy. Marlon, you're getting grips of like different stones and like slowly making your way up. You kind of lose your handhold a few times, but you seem to like slowly start figuring it out. Hilder, you've like climbed and your hand just goes through, and you don't feel like you can grab the building anymore. In fact, you feel like the building's starting to get taller to you. Like it's starting to rise in front of you.
Oh, this sucks. I'll just stay down here. You guys go ahead. It's
I
stupid.
Look
I'm gonna
down. Is she
sulk
going
down
through
at
the
the bottom.
floor?
Is she getting shorter?
Hilder is getting shorter, as the rest of you are seeing Hilder like slowly, transparently fall. Like slowly. Like she's not all the way through. Maybe like the bottom of her foot is like getting covered by the ground.
Oh, that's...
Stand on your shield.
Okay. I like take my shield off and try to stand on it. I don't really care anymore. I don't really have anything to live for anymore.
You have to
Now
live
Lippy's
for us.
gone.
For the Chaos Crew.
I'm just going to fade away anyways. It doesn't even matter.
That's bullshit.
It's gonna keep sinking
Stop it.
into the ground.
You keep
You're gonna
sinking.
leave us with Rowan? Really?
Damn it, Flare. No! This sucks. No, I'm not gonna leave you with Rowan. I'm gonna go and try to walk through one of the buildings.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, there's a building in front of you right now, that the one you were trying to climb. You like go to level yourself back up, and like your feet seem to like every step you're taking, you're sinking a bit, but like you're able to kind of level yourself at the moment. You put your hand through the building and it goes through like it's a door, like it's air. Like you just push your hand through. As you push your hand through and like you take a step forward, the inside of the building is undetailed. It's white. It's like it's like if somebody was sketching something and then they stopped sketching partway through. It's just unfaded paper.
It's like a video game glitch, kind of.
Yeah,
where it's just like
it's
gray in the center.
Like being out of the bounds. Like everything is just
Yeah.
like unfinished.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna kind of like laugh to myself and then turn around and run back out onto the street and through the next building. And I'm just gonna try to make my way like to what I think is like the center of the city.
Let me point it out. Can I point out the, like, now that I'm up here?
Yeah, you are up there and you are Claire,
That way!
Is it like
Run
actually
that
like
way!
we're
gonna go to
upgrading
the opposite
graphics as
direction,
we
it's
go?
like-
Like it loads different chunks of
Yeah.
the city.
it looks more
Yeah.
detailed. Like it looks more
Okay.
legitimately, it looks more familiar, like the inner like looking towards Valenbrook. One side of it kind of looks like if you would see stone from far away, like it just looks slate. Like everything looks like undetailed. The part of like, and this is only because you know parts of it look undetailed. Like you're starting to notice like different buildings just kind of look unfinished. But the more that you're looking like towards the inner of the city, you see is everything is looking
Real
built.
as anything.
Yeah.
Elias didn't live in Valenbrook, but I believe they. I'm trying to think, because if this is built off of her memory and what memory she's gotten of us. Don't mind me. Let's go.
Keep an eye out for things that we recognize, maybe that Elias pointed out to us. Like, I mean, we could always try Fizzos.
Yeah. If it's in the direction of the more detailed area.
Yeah. Can I? Oh, yeah. Which I just point out the most detailed area to Hilda, and I start jumping roofs if they're close enough.
I'm gonna go in the opposite direction because I have a terrible sense of direction. So you're like,
No.
Hilda, over here, and
No,
I
no.
run the other direction. Huh! This
No,
way, right? This
Over here.
way. Going this
Oh.
way. What?
No.
This way.
Oh, this way. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in the other. Yeah.
Every step you just take, you're getting a little shorter and shorter with every.
Just focus on making your feet solid and
Swearing
being
and
on top
cussing.
of
This
it.
is like
yeah.
walking through snow or sand. This is stupid. I did not sign up for leg day in here. Everything is bad anyways. I'm gonna just keep muttering and sputtering and cussing my way through. Do the buildings get harder to go through as I walk forward?
You were able to go through them pretty easy, but they're getting more and more detailed. Like some of the buildings you're going through are like look fleshed out. Like you see, like you'll step into one building and like there's a bookcase and rugs and tables and like everything is set up like it's a meal. But you're just going through a lot of different places. One of the buildings, however, I will say, like you take a step forward through and it almost looks like different. Like the inside, it feels a little bit more refined. It feels off from the other buildings that you've kept going through. Not like there's nothing too fancy about it, but it seems like a scholar might live here or something. Like things are like it just looks like you see like a bookshelf full of like different like books, like thick books that are kind of hanging out with different parchments and like little globes around and stuff like that.
Can I try to pick any of these up, like as they become more detailed? Any of these objects?
You like go to pick one of the parchments up, and it looks like there's writing on it, but it looks like it looks like if you were reading something in a dream, where it's like the words seem like they're eligible, like you could read them, but you can't. Like the more focus you're putting on it, the more it's just like words that have no meaning or letters that aren't lined up correctly. Like it's symbols to you.
Okay. I mean, most things are symbols anyways, but this looks weirder than usual. I don't think this makes any sense. I'll just put it down and keep walking.
Is it more detailed the further that she goes, or is it just that one house? Like, is the next house that she goes to less detailed than that one?
The next house you go to is also more detailed. Like you go to another one and it looks like very drawn up and everything in between.
Cool. We're just following along, but over the top of the buildings, I guess.
Absolutely.
I'll shout up to them. Things are becoming more detailed, so we might be getting closer to her or something.
Okay,
That's
keep
good.
an eye out.
Good.
Okay.
Every step you all take, it is starting to like flesh out more and more. Buildings are starting to have signs that are readable. Places that you're getting to are starting to have like defined masonry and brickwork. It's starting to look like the city of Allenbrook, like less beat up and less war torn and more Allenbrook. Right now, you're getting to what seems to be the southern end of Valenbrook, and as you, or I'm sorry, not Valenbrook, the Ramparts district of Valenbrook, and as like you take a step forward, you get to what seems to be like a town square. Like it's familiar, and then you kind of think about it for a second, and this is the same place that they held the Cerulean Star Festival. It's the middle. It's the like empty like area, the marketplace of the ramparts, with all of the area kind of stripped away of the festivities, and just looking like a normal town square. The very far end of it, you see what seems to be the Cerulean Keep's wall, that big cerulean wall that kind of blocks it out.
And is that detailed too, like getting realer that way as well?
It does. It looks absolutely
Cool.
detailed.
Yeah, we jump down and
The individual
making our way.
bricks.
So you,
can you walk through this too? But be
Don't
careful.
know. It's just going to try. I'm gonna go up to the wall specifically and try to put my hand through or tap it or
Try the knife again.
the what? My sword.
Try your sword. Yeah, see if we can.
Try
get
my
you
sword
cut.
again. I can definitely do that.
Mm,
Ew,
just in case.
Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
You stupid bitch! And I'm gonna like try to slash through it. I'm so mad. Yeah.
as it cuts through, you see what seems to be like your sword kind of goes through it, and the cerulean wall kind of like fades and like shifts, and like you see the area that you would enter the cerulean like the cerulean keep seems to kind of end into like what seems to be like kind of that same emptiness that you all seen before. But something like looks different. It doesn't necessarily look unfinished. It kind of looks warped. Like you see like the bridge that would lead in the Cerulean Keep kind of looks like it's sucked in to this small center point. The textures and the details all seem to converge in this one little point. It seems like you could walk through, but you'd have to kind of like crawl and like get real like compressed to before you entered in. But it looks small enough for somebody to enter.
What's wrong?
Should we try? Do you want to go? I mean, we can always stay here, but like, that looks weird.
Yeah, is that
Try
where
it.
she's casting from?
Maybe.
Everything's so detailed here for something to be so blatantly wrong.
Yeah.
She has a lot of curtains she's hiding behind. Hopefully, this is the last one I'm gonna go through.
Okay. Yeah, we go through the gate where you entered. Did you say that's where we have to go because it was nothing else existed? Is that what it is? Maybe it's just this path and that's it. That's why.
Yes, the wall and then another way through.
Do it.
Let's go.
Group of you make your way into this little hole as you kind of like materialize onto the other side of it. The three of you are standing in what seems to be kind of like this kaleidoscope of a room. Like you are seeing like different like voices, or I'm not sorry, not seeing. You're hearing different voices like ha ha ha, like just little voice, like tiny little parts of voices coming from like each little kaleidoscope of it. It's almost like overwhelming the amount of like things that you're seeing in this little room. You see all these little like windows to like different visuals. One of them in particular is like what seems to be like weirdly enough like Hilder, Flare, Marlin, a small little like rabbit folk, and all of you are like in what seems to be like a big hole, and you can see like the walls are raised up like very high above. Another one, for example, is this like giant beholder that is like in your view and like kind of or in the view of the window that you're looking at, kind of like turning its head, and you see like the group of you like slashing at it and attacking it. You see another window that seems to be it seems to be like Elias, like looking like big faced Elias, like looking into just straight ahead, like it's looking down at whatever this is. And Elias's face just like almost like in like a praying stance or like crying kind of with like tears kind of like dropping down. Different moments everywhere. All of these different little kaleidoscoped areas. The floor seems to be kind of like a stained glass almost. Like it's impossible to see to the other side. It looks like a dark abyss. But you are somewhere. You don't know exactly where you're at.
All of our memories?
This is
All
all
of
the
our
time she
moments?
saw us. She was present. The ring, the statue.
Oh, is,
This is probably how it looks from her point of view too.
oh,
This
that's
is wild.
interesting. Yeah, this is what she saw from the ring.
Yes.
It's not bad though. She had so much animosity towards our situation. As
She
we're
could
seeing it, I mean,
She could
visually,
see
if
that
we're
we
seeing
were
it,
also trying to help her, right?
Hope
She would
turns
have
into
to.
despair pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And she had a lot of time to curdle.
Hmm.
that's a really good way of putting it.
Especially if she only
She's
watches the bad
stinky.
moments. Could you cut into one of these windows, Hilda?
Sure. Yeah. You use my sword and slash down through it.
Which one?
See if you can get to the Elias one. The one
Okay.
that is crying.
Yeah. This is so sad. Anyways.
Let's make
Yeah.
Rowan face it again.
This time I'm gonna like puncture it first. Like drive my sword into it and see if I can kind of cut away at it.
The one with Elias crying into the ring?
Yeah.
You puncture right through. Like your sword starts like it does. It goes through like it's like nothing almost. You like pop it open and you see Elias like almost freaks out and stops crying as like his face backs up. And as like the visual of what you're looking at, like you see Elias take a step back, you see what seems to be the room of Fizzos. Laying on the bed is Flair and Hilder. Like you're laying in another bed. Marlin, you're sleeping like somewhere on like I believe on the floor, and Whitaker is also sleeping like on the floor next to Bessie Lou. And it looks like the night that you found the journal.
The yellow room.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. That's wild. Was Elias there for that?
Can we go back further to before she was in the. Let's go back further to.
Yeah,
to when we
she's
had
got
the
to be in
potion
here.
to-
She's
Yeah,
got to be
right?
in here somewhere. This is just layers of memories. I'm gonna keep slashing. Walking and slashing.
I want to be looking for the memory of her when she was turned into stone.
You
Wait. Wasn't that in the pit? That was the pit one with
It was
the
right
rabbit
before
folk.
the pit. She
was
was
right
turned to
before the
stone
pit.
before we arrived.
I want to see.
Should
I
we
want to
go
go
back to that
before
one?
there. Yeah, I want to go. I want to see if I can go before that though.
Do you want me to keep cutting through here? Or do you want to go back to the other?
Whatever you would like to do. Because I mean, if are they paying attention when you cut? Are people paying attention?
Yeah, everybody is like like it's weird. They're all reacting to this. Like the memories are different. Like every time you slash through like a different thing, they're reacting. All of them. Even you guys are like if you're in that memory, you see yourselves react to this.
Do we have a memory of reacting to it?
You don't.
Once it happens? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. This
It's
doesn't
not like
change
going
things
back
in
in
the
time or
No,
anything.
it doesn't. Okay.
Just her memories in time. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna step back and go back to the first one, the Heron gone.
Are you looking for one before she was turned to stone? Is that what you're looking for? Like, or when she was turned to stone?
You think would be best? Sure.
I think.
Is there one
I
before
wanna-
she's turned to stone?
I don't know. That's what I was looking for. I wanted to just see how far it went back.
Roll me a fucking investigation check to see what you find.
Would you like some help,
This is
Claire?
not my forte.
Would you like guidance at the very least?
Yes, please.
You can have guidance.
Okay. What's a guidance? A plus a D4?
D4.
God, I need it. A 13.
You find 3 memories that look like prior to Elias going stone, or ones that look like they look like rings. The first one you see is Elias, or I'm sorry, not Elias, Rowan.
Rowan, yeah.
Rowan, like, not really like moving much, but you see burning, like you see embers and like flames coming from like different parts of like the visual. Wherever they're at right now, like doesn't look affected, but you see like windows almost of like a small building, and you can see like embers like really lighting up the house. That's one of them that you see. Another one that you see is like what looks to be like if somebody was like looking up at like the top of a caravan from the inside, like you can see what looks to be like the stilted inside top of a caravan. And you like as like they're moving a bit, you see like little pieces of like bluish hair kind of like popping through the visuals. Like they're not looking directly at them, but you can see like blue hair kind of like clouding some of their visual. And then the last one you see looks like it is a memory of like Elias. Like you could see like younger Elias, like not drunk Elias, like kind of gearing themselves up and putting like a bow on and like putting like a little quiver on and looking hopeful. Weirdly, like it looks different. Elias looks happy.
This is the last one, do you think?
Looks like it. Is it just like wall now, or is it just darkness?
What, for more memories? There's more memories, but these are the only ones that you see that like mimic what you're looking for.
Are they mixed matched?
Yeah, they're
I
mixed
thought it was like a giant hallway in time.
It's kind of like imagine being in like an igloo, and like all of the igloos have like little like triangles cut out of like different parts of life.
Yep.
And these are the 3 that you found that match the criteria you're looking for.
Okay. I have no idea.
I'm gonna walk up to Elias.
The one that's
I've
putting
never seen you.
the bone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never seen you look like this before.
Ah! What in the hell? As he like leans his face in. Did you cut that one open, or are you just like yelling into it?
Yeah, I'm just like yelling into it.
he looks like he's like responding and like hearing you, but like he's like almost looking past you, and he's like, "What? Who was that? Hello? Hey, hello! What the fuck was that?" As he looks down at Rowan, like you could see the world through Rowan.
I'm a friend from the future. We have the same pants.
What does our pants have to do with anything? Are you? Yeah.
It just means we're friends. Friendship pants. Friendship of traveling pants.
Rowan, you gotta stop your mimicry. Whatever you're doing is not. That's...
Oh yeah, I'm your spooky daughter. Ooh. Sorry.
Don't leave
What do you
her.
remember before this?
What? Don't. What am I? What are you? Rowan, you've never referenced yourself as my daughter. Are you? I mean, if you think of yourself that way, that's. Yeah. I mean, I like that.
I'm a narcissist. I only speak in third person. What do you remember before this?
What do I What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I remember before this?
What did you do 4 seconds ago?
I woke up from our outpost mission last night. I don't. Not much. If this is another shower jab because I didn't shower in the morning like you do, like I don't. It's. I don't. What is this, Rowan? Are you okay?
Look back at Haley and sorry, at Flair and Marlon. Sorry. What should I ask?
Just
tell him to
chill.
look out for us in the future.
Should I
And
ask
then
him
let's go
anything
knock on
about
another
this?
window that looks further ahead.
Okay. Elias, look for a big, tall, blonde woman who likes snakes.
Oh,
A big wolfy woman and a sad boy Asimar in the future.
Oh,
I thought.
Bye. I'm gonna step back and.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
you
now I
guys
want to
can
try and
talk
find
to the
another
next one.
window that looks like he's a bit older than where he is, but hasn't met us yet. I want to see if they're connected. You've given me a puzzle I cannot complete.
Roll me a investigation check to try to find another one.
you're welcome to have guidance again.
Yes, please.
I will
Oh,
support
yay,
these
okay.
shenanigans.
That's 14.
14. You
One more than last time.
You do find one that like it's in the darkness. You can make out Elias, but it is really hard to make out Elias. Like you are like it almost looks like it's torchlight. But you see Elias looking very close to what Elias looked like when you first met him. A little bit more scraggly, like bloodshot eyes, and just looks desperate at this point.
I want to walk up to the window and I just want to say, is she safe?
You walk up to the window and Elias like jumps back a little bit and you see the darkness kind of like shroud him a little bit more. And you hear, well, I don't remember giving you permission to speak, now did I? As you see Leosi's big fucking head like cloud the vision as she's looking directly into that window at assumably Rowan, and she goes, quiet down while we negotiate. I don't know how you're speaking through this little gag that you're wearing right now, but I promise you, if I have to make you shut up, I will. It's just her face, just big shit-eating grin on it. As she turns away, she looks at Elias and says, Here's the deal. I need you to do something for me. I will give you your little protege back. If you stay on the path and watch out for any troublesome groups that seem to make their way back from Hollis Haven. Does that sound like a deal? And you see as Elias kind of steps forward and goes, if you hurt a fucking hair on her head, I could try the fucking hair on her head, but I am choosing not to, and I am giving you the benefit of the doubt because you've pleased me in the past. But deal expires in the next 2 minutes. And he looks as you see him like looking at his like hands and like looking up at like the visual, that mirror that you're looking through, and you just hear like, please, no, we can do something about this. We can take care. Please don't leave me here, Elias. Please don't leave me here. Please. And Elias goes, you have a deal, but don't hurt her, okay? Please.
I want to yell, she kills her anyway.
And you see as like the vision like freaks out as well, and Elias pulls his sword out and looks directly at Leosi. So you see Elias blade in front of him and go, if this is a double cross, I'll end your fucking life right now. As Leosi goes, I have no time for this. I'll handle it myself. As you see Leosi do something with her hand, a little blue ball kind of lines into a spear, strikes right into Elias as it goes right through, and Elias looks down at his chest, looks back up at Leosi, looks back at the mirror. Rowan, I am... As Elias slumps forward, holds the wound, and slumps to the ground. As Rowan is like like you see that mirror, like the vision, like shaking and like moving and trying to like do something. As Leosi goes, like, gives a big smile and looks at that mirror that you're looking through, that little pane of glass, and says, "Well, I guess I don't have any use for you, then, do I?" And you see as like a small little ball forms on her hand, and a small little arrow forms directly above that, right at the screen as the screen shatters. You can't see anything else. It cuts to black.
Did anything happen to any of the rest of them?
No, the rest of they're all still there.
Oh my god.
You just killed her memory?
Okay, hold.
Do we need to fuck with all of them?
What if these were different versions of the memories? What if these were like different dimensions? I've heard of those. I can't read, but I know what those are. Of the possibilities, what could have happened, and we can manipulate them.
If we can manipulate them, then they're dead.
Then they're dead and none of the rest of this stuff happened.
In
We never
some
met
universe.
Ah. That's too much. That's too much for me to think about.
Let's focus on this universe right now.
Yeah.
Which one is the real one?
Let's say this one.
Okay. Do you want me to keep cutting through things?
Rowan! Did that feel good? To lose one of your memories? Did that feel nice?
You yell that out.
Can I stab one?
You've been stabbing some of them.
You've been stabbing them.
You can stab another
one.
one.
It just puts the knife into it, though. It just puts the knife into the scene.
It does feel like something is shifted, though, but you don't know what it is. Like, the world is almost like the little globe that you're in is like rocked a bit, but you don't know in what way.
Did she respond to my taunting? Bitch. All right, fine. Let's ruin some other memories, right? What else can we do? There's nowhere else. Is there? It's just an igloo.
It is. Different memories.
Can we like? Is this like okay? Is this like a room of igloos? I was like envisioning
Igloos?
it as we were like walking towards this, and on the sides we were seeing these.
That's how I
things,
pictured
but
it too, but I feel like we're in a dome.
You are in a dome.
Yeah.
You are in a dome.
A dome of memories.
You ever been on Recess? You ever see like a big dome jungle gym?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that.
Eagle's Nest, yeah.
We've been in there this whole time. The dome.
Yes.
Yep.
And as we move to a different window, that's where the memories are. So like the entire dome is all windows.
Can I try to like cut through the dome?
Window.
Probably
Every-
through some memories.
We
It's
go
basi-
in a memory?
I mean,
If she cuts, can I stick my hand in there?
Or even just
which one do you do it
there.
in? Which?
Oh,
Tell me which one that you try to stick your hand in.
Pick a good one.
at the very least, I know that this isn't a mirage anymore. This is definitely you two.
Yeah. No one else would be dumb enough to try this. All right, let's go. Let's go to the one. I don't even know. A one before Elias met us.
The
Again,
one where they were happy?
Yeah, happy one.
the
Could
happy
use
one,
some
maybe?
happy right now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, not the one that we did interrupt, but one of the other two happy ones.
You find one that looks. You find one that looks like it's Elias, kind of out in the wilderness with Rowan, and you see is like he has his bow drawn, and as you see Rowan's vision like lock onto that arrow, and then you see it lam into a deer as like the deer kind of just like buckles its legs and like falls over, and
Okay,
he
let's see if I can exit through the eyes.
Let's see. Yeah, that's not terrifying at all.
Big wolf lady crawls through the eyes of a small child. Just one of the eyes, not both.
Eyes are
You-
the windows to the soul. What is that saying?
Oh,
you
it's
make
like
your
you're
way.
gonna make the scene even more beautiful, and I'm about to ruin it. Stop.
Yeah, it's like the ring. Like, goodness.
You hear, "Ow, ow," and you see as Elias like turns and turns.
Just blow up her head.
See, Elias turns. Elias turns directly towards. Insert. Never mind. You look. Fucking A. You look towards. Like you see Elias like look towards where you're coming through, and yeah, you are making your way to the other side of like this memory. Like you put your hand through, and like you kind of try to like balance yourself, and you feel grass, you feel dirt, like you feel the place that you're in.
I pull myself back. I don't want to be here, but let's maybe go back to Valenbrook.
Does the Rowan... Yeah, is the Rowan still alive?
It's just like you see hands like covering the like the
Permanently
little thing.
blinded.
Sorry. All of the rest of the memories go blank because she's blind for the rest of her life.
Oh, okay.
No,
Billy, how does this work?
I don't understand what's happening. I want to go
feel
give
like this
myself
was
a
just
high
supposed
five.
to be like a Hall of Mirrors thing, and we've mucked with
Ruined
it
it.
way too much.
Yeah.
It's causing
Are there
chaos.
any more recent ones where they're not us that she's watching, but she's doing something else?
Is there a present vision?
Yeah.
Is there one right now? Inception of her watching us watch
Ooh.
her.
Roll me
They're
an,
alive.
roll me an Arcana check.
Absolutely. Oh. I want to get in on this. I'm sorry.
Do it. No, this is the point. I'm lost. I'm just cutting through things, trying to fuck up memories. So help me.
23.
23. You look through this like igloo and you notice like one circular mirror, like kind of like mirror at the top of it, like a little window, and you see like it has like slowly it's like leaking these like little streams, and these streams are filling these little triangles, like it.
Oh.
It seems like it's populating from that area.
Is it opaque or is it a mirror itself?
It's a mirror itself. It's hard to see, but you think if you concentrate and focus hard enough, like you might be able to make a picture out of what.
Your boy's perceiving.
Yeah, get on my shoulders, and I put you on my shoulders so you can see closer up.
What, do you want to climb through it, or should we maybe try to cast the spell through it?
We'll see. I'm gotta see
Just
how
look.
tall this igloo actually is.
Mm. Can he reach it on my shoulders?
Yeah, you could, like, it barely, like, you guys would have to stand, he would have to stand on your shoulders to get to it, but yeah.
An acrobatic performance.
Mm-hmm. I'm holding your feet.
You could also,
It's
I
good.
do like a, oh, you can't do that. Never mind.
Do
I'm
what?
sorry.
You'd go right through me.
Oh.
I was going to offer like a bridge thing where I get on my hands and yeah, I'm sorry. I'll cheer you on from below.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
I would love to perceive.
Okay. You hop on Flair's shoulders and you get as close as you can. You notice you are like looking at what seems to be lots of like three smaller little triangle kind of mirrors in front of somebody, as like they're all black, like they are trying to like look through and like cast like like you see them, like you see a pair of hands almost like reach out, like a hug, like wherever you're seeing through is like the arms are like the same, like the best way to put it is like the point of view is coming from like the shoulder length, as you see like these hands like doing something and like trying to like get these little triangle mirrors to like light up, but nothing's working. Like there's three of them and none of them are lighting up with anything right now.
Oh. We see the hands. How
What is it?
do we get Hilda up there? We're going up.
I can try
Well-
something. I can only do it once, but I can try it. I am going to use my radiant soul. And my wings are gonna come out from my back, and they're gonna unfurl, ghosty way. I'm gonna leap and take off and try to go through them.
Hilda, roll me a fucking acrobatics check.
Ooh! No. 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 3.
You take a step back, and acrobatics, you fucking launch yourself through the top. As you do, you get through whatever it is, like it feels like you transparently fly to the other side. As you launch yourself out, you see yourself launch out of what seems to be almost the chest, the bosom of what seems to be Rowan, as like you launch to the other side of it. I need you to make an athletics check because you are flying at full speed to the other side of this platform.
Oh, that's better. 22.
22. Hilder, you launch to the other side of the platform. It starts like you're back in what seems to be the ethereal plane. You're back at the platform that Rowan was on when you stepped on that sigil and you were gone. You look back for just a moment, and you see the place you came out of is like a small little locket on not a Rowan's chest, and like you launch yourself, but as you launch to the other side, you overshot this jump by a lot. You do manage to grab on, but you fly to the edge of this like disc, and you're able to grab onto the edge of it before you slip off the side. Roll me a d6.
5.
Hildur, you notice you are holding on to the edge of. You flew off the edge. You're grabbing on. You are hanging. You are dangling. Your hands are starting to wrinkle. Starting to wrinkle slightly as you're holding onto the edge of it. I need you to roll me another athletics check to pull yourself up.
15.
15. I need you to roll me another d6.
2.
You go to pull yourself up and your hands wrinkle a little bit more. You feel a little bit tired, almost. You don't know what it is. As you go to pull yourself up,
Is this long enough for me to say to Flair, I think it's our turn now? And
Yeah,
try
I feel
and-
like as soon as she was going through that gap was me chucking Marlon up and then jumping up myself.
absolutely. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for both of you to get through the top.
Athletics?
Or acrobatics. You can pick one. I'm sorry.
22.
Okay. What about are you trying to jump through as well, Marlon?
I threw
I thought
Marlon
she
up.
threw me
Give me
through.
the-
Okay.
Then I
I'll roll
need
for
you
that too.
If you need me to roll,
to roll me an acrobatics check to try and make your like not overshoot the landing.
nice. That's a good acrobatics check. Do I have any pluses to that?
I got a
19.
dirty 20 to throw him strength check just in case.
You throw him, and Marlon, you are able to land on the other side, like on the platform, and balance yourself before you go any further. Blair, you can use the original athletics check you made to jump through, but I do need you to make an acrobatics to land on the other side.
Ooh, that's not good. Oh, 12.
12. You launch over. You kind of like overshoot the landing a bit. You make it a little past Marlon, but you are able to stabilize yourself. As the group of you are standing at what seems to be an actually used sigil on the ground that doesn't seem to be functioning anymore, but you are standing on this disc that is spinning through the ethereal, and in front of you is Rowan, who moves these little triangle pictures out of the way, looking at the group of you. She looks at you for just a moment, Hildur. Says, does wisdom come with the old age that you experienced?
Like you, it's just hatred, bitterness, hateful hag.
Well, maybe I can extend the time that you spend here. Maybe all of you
I
can.
don't think so. I'm gonna pull out the spell book and cast Ray of Enfeeblement at her.
She smiles.
Yes!
In
As-
fact, I'm gonna jump into the air with my wings and cast it from above at her.
Hildur, as you jump into the air and cast Ray of Enfeeblement, this is where we are going to end the session as you guys pick up
Knew
for the
it.
final fight
I knew it.
Gosh.
in the next episodes. The Chaos Crew versus the Queen of the Deep.
Let's roll.
I hope
I'm so
all
ready.
I hope all of you enjoyed, and I hope the rest of you enjoyed watching. Pick up next
Yes,
time.
it was so good.
Hell yeah. The
Oh, it's so
final,
infuriating, but so good.
the final episodes of the Chaos Crew. Hope y'all enjoyed. Stay tuned. Raid. Fucking raid. Watch us raid.
Yes.
We are going to raid. But stay tuned, because we're going to go over to the next screen. Go check us out on Spotify, all that stuff. Go, you know where to watch us. Go check us out on YouTube, too, man. Go over
Love
there.
you.
We love you to death. Kick butt, everybody. See you soon. We heart you. We all love you. Stay for the raid, though. Please don't.
Please.